got rid of TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. I had nothing. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julia. Today I'm going to be talking about my no social media journey for the last 2 years. I'm so excited for this video. I feel like a lot of people do take social media cleanses for like a week, a month, maybe even a year. I know it's really common during Lent, but I was able to give it up for 2 years. So I'm so excited to be talking about this with you guys. I'm gonna have this video split up into sections, and I have all my key facts on my phone, so if you see me looking at my phone constantly, that's why. And then this might be a long video, so I will leave timestamps down below just in case you're just trying to be quick on here. You're not really trying to hear my story, which I totally got. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that real quick, and we will jump right on in. Okay, so first things first, I want to talk about why I deleted social media in the first place. And like I said in my intro, if you're trying to skip this part, go right ahead and do so. The timestamps will be down below. So I deleted my social media about a month after I had my daughter Sophia, and it was just a total shock to me, like a total culture shock to me after I had her. I did not feel like myself. I loved her very much, but like I did not feel like myself. Everything changed. My whole life changed, and I was just in complete shock. When you're on social media, you're kind of comparing yourself to other people. Like, why is this family picture perfect? Why are they doing so much better with their newborn, not me? Why is this couple happier than I am? Like, they just had a baby and like they're doing so well. So that really got to me. And not only the comparisons, I also had really bad anxiety. Am I doing this right? Am I ever gonna feel human again? Is this normal? Like, everything is just so new and you just get such bad anxiety. Like, and you're so sleep deprived. Like, I would literally get anxiety before going to sleep every night because I knew I had to be up in an hour and a half to 2 hours to breastfeed her. And I would literally get anxiety about that. And I would get anxiety about my husband catching me because I would doze off while breastfeeding my daughter. I was so tired and so sleep deprived, I had to. That was the only way I could sleep. And when he would catch me, since he's a police officer, he sees things that I don't. And he was just unhappy with it because it's so unsafe. And he would like not yell at me, but definitely give me a little mini lecture on why that's not okay. So that would always give me anxiety. And it's just everything was giving me anxiety. But I, of course, was one of those people that tried to portray themselves as the happiest person on earth with the picture-perfect family. I remember posting a picture of me, Sophia, and my husband outside, and I literally captioned it like, the happiest I've ever been. And yes, I was happy. I loved my daughter, but deep down, I was low-key borderline miserable because of how anxious I was. So I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm getting rid of social media. And I had my husband do it too with me. He only lasted 2 weeks. I lasted 2 years. And honestly, I didn't plan on being off for 2 years. I planned on being off just for a month. And then that month turned into 6 months. And then that 6 months turned into 8 months. And then I was like, I don't feel like I need it anymore. Like, I literally don't want my social media anymore. My postpartum anxiety lingered for a very long time. I got pregnant with my son when Sophia was 8 months old. And so my postpartum anxiety turned into pregnancy anxiety. And of course, my 6-week postpartum visit, they asked me, are you feeling anxious? Are you feeling depressed? And I had to tell them, no, I feel fine. I'm doing great. Everything is peachy key. When that wasn't the truth at all. So one day randomly, I might have been like 5 or 6 months pregnant with my son. I just messaged my doctor and was like, you know what? I have the worst anxiety. I'm not okay. Like, I need something. I need help. I was really upset about having to get on anti-anxiety medication during my pregnancy, but it was the best thing I could do for myself at that time, and I have no regrets about it whatsoever. So if you're feeling anxious, if you're going through postpartum, anything, depression, anxiety, pregnancy, depression, anxiety, definitely know you are not alone. And it is 1000% okay to tell somebody and talk to your doctor and get the help you need. And like, not only did I give it up because of all my anxiety issues, I also wanted to be a more present mother and not constantly have a phone in my child's face and not constantly taking pictures and videos just to show other people. Like, I wanted to do it for myself. And I just wanted to be like an overall like present mother. You want to come say hi? Hi. Hi. Let's not judge her nose. She went on a walk yesterday with Grammy and fell. And then just a quick disclaimer before I get into it anymore. If you do any of these things, or you do any of these things with your kids that I'm about to mention, don't think that I'm calling you out and saying you're a bad mom. I'm just saying this just because these are my views on how I wanted to be as a mother after I had children. Okay, so let's get into the benefits and like things I've noticed that were different about my life when I didn't have social media. Like I said, I was so much more present with my kids. The benefit I saw from not having social media for 2 years is my anxiety has been controlled so much better. I am still on medication, but I do think no social media really helped me along with it. I didn't feel like I was comparing myself. I didn't feel like I was looking at people like, oh, they have a cleaner house than I do. They have a bigger house than I do. They have more money. They have nicer things than I do. Look at how much more developed their kids are versus mine. Like, the comparison really helped my anxiety so much, like how I'm not doing that anymore. Another thing I noticed is since I got back on social media, I used to never like hurt. My hand used to never hurt, and I feel like I'm like I used to never have like this carpal tunnel feeling, but now ever since I got back on, I feel like I have it, and it's just, I'm not a good feeling. I'm not used to it. I'm going to talk about later on why I got back on social media after I go over these. Another thing is not having a phone in my kid's face constantly. When like I'll look over while my husband's on Snapchat, I'll see a lot of people like just every time their kid does anything, like it's documented and put out in public for everybody to see. You want more? Say more, please. More. Another benefit I saw was being more in the moment. It's so funny. I was on Instagram the other day and I saw somebody post, like repost them getting sung happy birthday. Literally every single person at that table had their phone out and like was pointing it at her while they were singing happy birthday, and it was just kind of like sad, like really only 1 to 2 people really need to be recording that, I feel like, in my personal opinion, not the entire table. And it's just kind of sad how many people aren't really in the moment with special things like that. Or like when my family takes a day trip or we go and do something special, I'm not standing there for a half hour trying to get the picture perfect photo of my family to post on social media. Like, we can just enjoy our time and enjoy each other's company and not have to worry about it being documented on social media for everybody to see. And that's something I really, really loved about being off social media, was I didn't feel the need to like do those little things that took up so much time and were kind of unnecessary just to please other people. Another benefit was enjoying the smaller things and actually like finding hobbies that I love and enjoy. Like if I didn't give up social media, I don't think I would have found out that I absolutely love reading and I love books. I think in my spare time, like it's just a habit to pull up your phone and start scrolling and seeing what everybody's up to. But I didn't have that. Like at the hair salons or like nail salons when I'm getting a pedicure, it's like, what do I do? Like I won't have a phone to scroll and like look through. So I just grabbed a book and that was like what I would do in my downtime. And I absolutely love reading now. Another thing I realized I love doing is like gardening and being outside, going for walks, really like getting into my fitness. I feel like if I were still on social media or if I never gave it up, I don't think I would. Maybe I would still find those things, but like you kill so much time on social media for no reason. I almost wonder like if there would have been enough hours in the day for me to actually find things like that out there that I enjoy. I feel like I got to find my true self too on my no social media journey. Like I was always that person that was kind of lost, and I really got to find myself, find what I love, find what I enjoy doing, and it really made me gain so much more confidence. Like if you told me 5 years ago that I would have the confidence to talk in front of a camera and to really put myself out there, I would tell you you're crazy. I was also one of those people that had a hard time saying no. And now when someone asks me to do something or someone, whatever, like I have such a easier time saying no now because I know who I am, I know what I like and what I dislike, and I stay true to myself, and I have such an easier time setting boundaries and saying no. Another benefit is I feel like it made mine and my husband's marriage so much stronger. We don't compare ourselves to other marriages. We just have an overall stronger marriage, a really great bond, and we don't need it, and I didn't need to feel like I needed to document it out there every single time. Like every time we took a picture together, okay, it was on my camera roll. I didn't need to put it out for everybody to see. Like it's just for me and my husband to look back on. Like I didn't feel the need to share every single detail about our marriage. So now I'm going to talk about the downsides of being off of social media. First one is not knowing what is going on a whole lot in the world. People would tell me about these current events and these political events, and I'd be like, I had no idea that was going on. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what that is. My husband would have to explain tell me a lot of things and explain them to me because I really had no idea, which I don't know if it's necessarily a bad thing or a good thing, but I didn't really know what was going on, and I kind of wish I had another resource other than the news, like to notify me on current events. Other thing I miss about actually Instagram was like during pregnancy I followed a couple of like moms and a couple of like groups that like shared information about like milestones and all this stuff when it came to kids, and I missed seeing that. I almost felt like I didn't really know like what I was supposed to expect next when it came to my kids, and like what is supposed to be going on, what are some activities I should be doing, where are they supposed to be at with like learning and stuff. Another downside to having no social media for 2 years was getting annoyed quicker when my husband was on his phone a lot. Like I felt like since I didn't have social media, I didn't really understand like the hype about some of these TikTok dances and like reels. I'm like, what are people doing right now? Why are you watching this? Like, why do you feel the need to watch this for 45 minutes? It is such a time waster. Like, be more present. And I didn't understand the hype, so I would get a little more frustrated easier when I saw him on his phone for long periods of time than when I'm sure if I was on social media at that time, I would be like doing the same thing as him. The downside was not reconnecting with people. I I feel like when I got pregnant, I started reconnecting with people like I used to talk to kind of, and then we lost touch. But since we got pregnant at the same time, we like started talking. We were talking about like how we would do play dates, and we were starting to reconnect. And then after I deleted social media, I had no way of getting in touch with them. So I kind of lost out on some mom friends there, which I'm also a firm believer that if someone is supposed to be on my next journey, they will be. And if someone is not supposed to be on my next journey, they won't be. Like, they will find a way into their life. So I'm also not too upset about it, but I do think I could have had a little bit more mom friends and a little more like socialization with other people if I had social media. And then another downside to not having social media is when I would meet somebody new and they asked if I had it, I would always say no, because I got rid of TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. I had nothing. I was like just off the grid basically. Like, you could not find me. Like, I would get some judgment there when they'd be like, do you have this? I'd be like, no. Do you have this? No, I don't. That would, I feel like it's so uncommon that when people, like, when you tell people you don't have social media, they kind of look at you like you're foreign, like you're an alien. My son does this new dance when he wants more food. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys really quick. Do it. Do it. Do your dance. Ooh. Ooh. I'm sorry, that was just like the cutest thing ever. I have to show you guys. There is only one thing I wish I did differently, and that was give people my number before I got off social media, and like kind of gave a little bit of a heads up to those people that I was reconnecting with. I'm not too upset about it. So now I'm going to talk about why I got back on. And you guys are probably thinking like, okay, it did all these wonderful things for you. Like, why did you go back on? And don't blame you for thinking that way, because I kick myself in the butt every single day for getting on social media. But like I said, I feel like I found myself. I found what I'm passionate for. I found what I love doing. And I really do love making videos. I really do love fitness. And I know, like, at some point when my kids grow up, I'm going to want to bring in some sort of income instead of my husband just doing everything. I really want to, like, start my own brand, start my own business, see where this takes me. And I felt like the first steps were to get back on social media. I have set healthy boundaries. I told myself Sundays I will not touch my phone. I set like a limit on my phone for how long I can be on my phone for. And once that limit hits, I'm done. I'm off. I don't care if I still need to finish some things. Like, I'm done for the day. So yeah, that's where I'm at with social media. I refuse to go on TikTok. I don't want to say refuse because maybe that'll change months later, but as of right now, I'm really trying to avoid TikTok. I feel like TikTok is one of the biggest time killers there could be, and I want nothing to do with it at this moment. And I'm kind of disappointed that, like, when I got back on Instagram, it's all about the reels right now. So, like, to gain a following, you have to do reels, basically. Like, pictures don't get the likes that they used to. And I refuse to be one of those people that, like, go out there and do these silly little dances for some followers. Like, I told myself I'm going to stay true to myself. And if that means posting what I want to post, and, like, gaining followers slower than I could if I, like, follow the trends, then so be it. But I do not want to like learn a TikTok dance and post it, and I don't want to just do what everybody else is doing for some followers. That's not me. I definitely don't plan on going back on Facebook. I just go on my husband's whenever I want. If I want to see something, I just use his. And Snapchat is a big no for me. Will not go back on Snapchat. So yeah, it's just Instagram and YouTube for me right now, if you even count YouTube as social media. I could give anybody advice if they're considering deleting social media. I would say to just do it. It's going to be hard. The first 2 weeks is probably the hardest. You feel like something's missing and you like feel like you need to scroll and like see what's going on. You have FOMO. But then after that, it gets better and better, and as months go by, it gets better and better and better, and then after like a year, you're gonna be like, I don't want to go back on. If I could give anybody advice that doesn't want to give up social media but feels like social media is kind of like taking a toll on their life, it would be to go on a following like cleanup. Like, clean up your followers. If they make you feel bad about yourself, if they serve no purpose, if their feed serves you no purpose, then delete them. Like, I don't know why people still follow other people that make them feel bad about themselves. I feel like that's a big no in my book. Another thing that's really, really helpful is letting your phone charge in the morning and like putting it away when it's like coffee breakfast time. Like, I don't touch my phone in the morning. I refuse. So just staying off your phone in the morning really like sets the mood for the day and like sets like how the day's gonna go. So I feel like giving them up in the mornings is key, and then giving it up an hour before bedtime is something I always implement, and I feel like that's so helpful too. Another advice I could give is to be more present. When you're at an event, just put your phone away. Like, you don't have to post on your story you singing happy birthday to somebody. Like, you don't have to post every single time your kid does something cute. Like, just stay off your phone when you're at an event. Like, be present, talk to people, get to know people. I think that's super important. I think I've hit everything I want to talk about, and I've covered everything. Like I said, not everybody is in a place like I am, so you don't need to. If you don't need to give up social media, then don't. And if you do any of the things that I don't like to do, don't be offended. That's just my way of thinking and how I want to live my life. So please, like, this isn't out there to offend anybody. This is just like my journey on the last 2 years when I didn't have social media. But yeah, that's everything. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these types of videos, health, wellness, fitness, stuff in that sort of range, maybe some mom stuff, please subscribe to my channel. But I have to go wash her dirty little face. Dirty face? Yeah. Okay, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye. Okay, bye-bye. Bye. Bye.